So if you run a service-based business or a local business, whether it be a gym, a clinic, wedding venue hosting, a restaurant, whatever it is that you may be doing, if you're still doing things manually, then you are leaving money on the table. So if you're still calling every lead, if you're still texting reminders by hand and you're still chasing down reviews one by one, as mentioned, you're leaving money on the table. Because here's the truth, doing everything manually might feel like you're staying in control, but it's actually what's holding you back in your business. If you're wondering who I am and why you should listen to me, my name's Yamin. I'm a partner of two AI growth systems, one for wedding venues called Whiteroom Solutions and one for clinics called Supercharged ROI. And we've helped dozens of locations across Canada and the US use AI systems to generate more revenue without spending a penny on ads or hiring any extra staff. So look, if you're still handling every task manually, it's costing you, and not just in time, it's costing you in leads, revenue, and peace of mind. So I just want to break down what the hidden costs are of doing everything by hand. The first thing is responding to leads too slowly. So in this market, speed is everything. If a lead submits an inquiry and doesn't hear back within a few minutes, they move on and they assume that you're too busy or just not interested and they book somewhere else, right? The second thing that we see across a lot of local businesses is forgetting to follow up. Now look, your leads need follow-ups, but it slips through the cracks, and when someone doesn't book, they get forgotten. Now that's a potential customer loss, not because they weren't interested, but because there was no second, third, fourth, or even fifth touch point. The third thing we see is getting ghosted because you just didn't send them a reminder, right? So no shows happen, but most of the time they are preventable. People forget, and a simple text reminder can double or triple your show up rates. But if it's not sent automatically, it's very easy to miss, right? The fourth thing we see is asking for reviews weeks after a service. So if you wait too long to ask for a review, the moment is gone. They've already moved on, and your best shot at social proof just disappears, right? You're gonna have to keep sending chasers. The best time to do it is whilst doing the service or right after the service. And number 5 is there's no visibility on what's actually working in your business. So if you can't track how many leads actually convert into paying customers, then you're flying blind. So now you don't know what's working, what's not, and where to improve. So here's how our AI system does all of that instead and how it can change everything. The first thing is it messages leads instantly. So there's no more delays. Every new inquiry gets a fast, friendly response 24/7, right? It talks like a real human and not a robot. So we have an inbound and outbound AI receptionist, and it is trained to sound natural, helpful, and conversational, just like a real member of your team. It follows up automatically multiple times until they book, say no, or unsubscribe. This way no lead gets forgotten and no one slips through the cracks. It also sends reminders to customers right before their appointment. So once again, this has drastically reduced no-show rates with all of our current clients, and it keeps your calendar very predictable. And the next thing it does is it collects reviews automatically after the service. So right when you're done and the customer is its happiest, they will get an email to leave a review and a text with some offers and discounts as well, just to kind of persuade them to want to leave that review. That way you get more 5-star reviews without having to lift a finger. So look, every one of these tasks happen automatically, which means that your team can finally focus on people and not the boring, mundane, paperwork. So this is essentially how the cycle looks. Instant messaging, AI voice receptionist, automated follow-ups, appointment reminders, and review collection after the service. So let's talk about the cost of all of this, right? Now, hiring someone to do everything for you, that could be an extra $2,000 to $4,000 a month, plus training, turnover, and management. Whereas our system, it's a fraction of that, and it doesn't take sick days, it doesn't need lunch breaks, and it doesn't make mistakes. Now, most businesses that are using our system see a 2 to 5x increase in conversions and show-up rates just from the implementation alone. You don't need more hands, you just need smarter tools and systems. So if you're stuck doing everything manually, let's fix that. Feel free to book a quick demo. I'll show you exactly how everything works and how fast it can start saving you time and money in your business.